Now, you can see in a hexagonal cell model, the base station transmitter can be in the if you take any of these cells, you will have a base station at the center. Okay, or else you can have the base station at the corner also, or the three vertices. See, these, if you take the cell number B, you can have the base station at this particular point. At this point also you can have a base station. At this point you can have a base station, or at this point you can have a base station. Yeah, so any of the three vertices you can have a base station, or at the center of the cell also you can have a base station. So it may be center excited cell, or it can be a corner excited cell. So if it is a center excited cell means the base station will be at the center of the cell. So if it is a center excited cell, it will be omnidirectional. The antenna of the base station will be omnidirectional, or it will be radiating the radiations in all directions uniformly. Okay, what do you mean by omnidirectional? Omnidirectional is an antenna who is capable of radiating the radiations in all directions uniformly. Okay, and there is another possibility of the base station to be installed at the corner of a cell. But if you are installing this antenna or the tower or the base station at the corner of a cell, it is a sectored antenna. It is not an omnidirectional antenna. What it is called as, it is sectored antenna. Sectored antenna in the sense it is capable of radiating in two directions, that is in this direction and in this direction. Okay, so in these two sectors. Fine. But if it is a center excited cell, that is the base station is installed at the center of the cell, in that case it is capable of radiating the directions or radiating the radiations uniformly in all directions. Clear? Now coming to the next point. Center excited cells use omnidirectional, whereas edge or corner excited cells, they use directional antenna. So how many directions it will radiate? It will radiate in two directions. Okay, center excited cells will be in omnidirectional, whereas the edge excited cells will be directional, and directional antennas in the sense it is going to radiate only in two directions. Clear? Okay. Now totally we have S number of channels. So you should know all these labels. Suppose that if we are having S number of channels, capital S is the total channels available in the entire geographical region. But what we are doing is we will divide this S channels into KK sub channels, so that this K channels we are allocating to one cell. Okay, so to each channels we are allocating K channels. To each cell we are allocating K channels, so that the total number of channels can be called as S, where S can be related as S is equal to K into N. Okay, what do you mean by S? S is the total number of channel, K is the channel allocated to one cell, and N is the total number of cells in one cluster. Is it clear for you? Got the parameters? Capital S is the total number of channels what we have in the entire geographical area. N is the number of cells present in one cluster. You got the idea about cluster now? What do you mean by cluster? Cluster means you will have N number of cells in that particular area, where